Okay, so next test, again a familiar test, that is Tollen's test. Since it is aldehyde group, so we cannot help it, that is Tollen's test. And for biomolecules, for carbohydrates, even some ketones are also there which can give positive Tollen's test. Okay, so the only problem is using Tollen's test you cannot distinguish between an aldose and ketones. For example, if I take glucose and fructose, glucose have aldehyde group and fructose have keto group, and we know ketone does not give the Tollen's test. This is applicable for pure aliphatic or aromatic aldehyde ketones. But when it comes to biomolecules, that is polyhydroxycarbonyl compound like glucose, fructose, if you perform the Tollen's test with fructose, then also you will get positive test. Okay, so Tollen's test is very popular to detect traces of carbohydrate in a food sample. Okay, so we will start any reducing sugar. You know from biomolecules that there are two types of sugar, reducing, non-reducing. So it does not depend on whether it is ketose or aldose. Some other things are there. I am not going to that much of theory. You will learn it in the theoretical part in biomolecules. So let us perform the Tollen's test. And in formaldehyde, during those tests of formaldehyde, I have also said how to prepare Tollen's reagent. However, in your exam, in your laboratory at class 12 level, Tollen's reagent is directly supplied. But it is always better to perform the test with freshly prepared Tollen's reagent. Okay, there is no alternative of freshly prepared Tollen's reagent. And there I said that you just have to take 2 ml of silver nitrate solution, add 2 drops of dilute NaOH, it will give you dark grey precipitate, and then dissolve it in excess NH4OH. That is your simply Tollen's reagent that I have prepared here. This is my Tollen's reagent. I have just prepared it only few minutes earlier. So I will use this freshly prepared Tollen's reagent. In your exam at class 12 level, practical exam, this will be supplied. However, in higher classes, when you are about to use the Tollen's test in your graduation level like that, it is always better to prepare by yourself a freshly prepared Tollen's reagent. So what I do, I take a clean test tube. I take a handful amount of commercial grade glucose. Sorry, this test tubes. So here I have a handful amount of glucose, about 2 ml of water. It is a little bit more water is added. This amount of water is sufficient. So this is my aqueous glucose solution. Very simple test, just add some Tollen's reagent to it. So here is my Tollen's reagent. And now I have to warm it. Okay. Warm it unless and until you get grey silver mirror. Okay, not only silver, silver mirror. That means it will come so shiny at the wall of the test tube that you can see yourself. Like we see ourselves in the mirror, you can see yourself at the silver part that get adhered at the wall of the test tube. But the thing is, you have to be very patient for all the practical experiments and patiently heat it. The clear solution, see, it is a clear solution, and slowly it will give you a dark solution, and at the wall of the test tube you will see the shiny silver mirror. It has started coming, slowly it is getting turbid, and soon I will show you the beautiful shiny silver mirror. Just see at the bottom. Isn't it very shiny? Not only that, if you do it by your own hands and if you keep it close to your face, you can see yourself in the silver mirror of the test tube. So this is a very beautiful test and very well known test, that is getting silver mirror at the wall of the test tube, which confirms the presence of aldehyde group, and in food sample it confirms the presence of carbohydrate. See how much shiny silver mirror. So this is all about your tolerance test. The tolerance reagent will be supplied. You just make an aqueous solution of glucose, keep the good concentration, a handful amount of glucose, and just add tolerance reagent and patiently heat it unless and until the grey silver mirror comes at the walls of the test tube. Next we will move to the other test.